I mean, how do you guys pinpoint that? Because we talked to one of our friends earlier that put up his first billboard, and it's like, you're putting up your billboard for what return? Like, are you seeing immediate return on that? You're doing digital. Like, do you guys segment and say what's better than others? Or do you?
It's really just everything, and a lot of it is, to build a brand takes a lot of time and a lot of money, and we have a foothold in a lot of markets where we have the results now. So if we're getting calls and we're not lawyers, so if we can partner with firms, we have that motion already in place. And a lot of these firms during COVID, we see firms, okay, I got my license, in these 3 states during COVID. I don't have a brand there. I don't have any market share there. Well, we have calls there. We have a brand there. So we can help them kind of establish a foothold in new markets. So that's a change that we've seen a lot since COVID.
During COVID, I mean, we branched out to other states. In my firm, you're now in Washington, about to be in Arizona too.
Yeah, I went into Washington during the pandemic. Yeah. Now I'm going to Arizona.
But have you seen more of a national shift towards law firms since the pandemic? I mean, because you're in the space where I just want to ask you. I don't even know.
I have. I think the initial thing with COVID was, a lot of people kind of ran away, and then a lot of people leaned in, and the ones who leaned in gained a lot of market share. And some of the early things we'd hear is, people are scared to go and treat. People are, that was the objection, but then the opportunity was also not everyone needed to come they didn't want to come to the office to sign. So a lot of it created an opportunity for firms to expand beyond their local footprint into new markets. So I definitely do see.
So I mean, this is a good, a lot of lawyers that are watching or listening don't understand the big consumer data analytics of all of this. So when you're talking about them not coming into the office to sign, these different demographics, I mean, are you guys looking at large scale studies? Like, how are you coming up with these answers?
We do. We have a group of pretty smart people in market research and our marketing departments and who kind of can see what the tea leaves will show for the future. But the overall trend, from my perspective, it just seems like the world's gotten a lot flatter in the last 4 years.
Man. So let's take our second pour. So this is your pour. Now you got to finish that, by the way.
Yep.
You can't babysit this. Not you. Not you.
All right.
I'll drink mine too.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that Johnny Walker.
No, and that's their best Johnny Walker. So. In our industry, if somebody gives you Johnny Walker Blue, what do you do with it?
Regift it.
Regift it.
Regift it. Give it to your secretary.
I love it when I get those, man. Keep them all in for Christmas. I give them all away. People know I drink bourbon, but people don't know the difference.
They think, it costs a lot of money. It's
Johnny Walker Blue.
But you always have to open it to see. Does it have your
card in there?
A card in there,
or if it's engraved.
If it's engraved, that's happened to me. I almost did it once. It's like, shit, I can't regift this.
Yeah, one time I tried to regift one.
By the way, I mean, I respect. Look at the sugar bear. Sugar Smacks Bear.
Yeah, now I think if you go to the supermarket, they don't have Sugar Smacks anymore.
Yes, they do. They have Golden Graham.
They call it something else now because it's bad. When I was a kid, it was called Sugar Smacks. But now they can't have no Sugar Smacks with all these people now. They would burn the bear down. It's got to be called Bear Smacks or something.
You just switched the words around.
I don't know. It's not called Sugar Smacks anymore, but I was.
Why can't you call it Sugar Smacks?
Because it's not politically correct.
What's not politically correct about Sugar Smacks?
You can't be feeding kids sugar.
Yeah, okay.
You know how people are.
I know people are. But I like Sugar Smacks. They're good. They get
just
soggy a little quick.
Yeah.
What's your favorite cereal, David? This is a good
I'm not a
question.
big cereal guy.
No, but you were as a kid.
Yeah,
Everybody was
as a kid.
Yeah.
I like Basic 4, which I know is weird.
Really?
What the?
I like Basic 4.
That's a weird answer.
I'd watch G.I. Joes and eat Basic 4. That was my morning routine.
This is gonna. What's yours?
Listen, mine is there is only one be-all and end-all for cereal, and it's fucking Fruit Loops. That's it.
No, God, that's
Fruit Loops.
I mean, it's so stupid.
Will always be the greatest.
I'm a Frosted Mini Wheats, not the minis, the mini wheats. I cut them in half. Yeah, and I'd put sugar a little. We used to have sugar. My mom we'd have sugar barrels, so we would have sugar cereal, and then we put sugar on top of the sugar cereal, and that's it.
I never put more sugar on my Fruit Loops, but I was a big Toucan Sam fan when I was a kid. Toucan Sam would say, follow my nose, it always knows.
Yeah, and I've seen him at parties, late night in LA, and he still lives by that.
My nose used to once in a while find a truffle here and there.
Second truffle joke of the day, by the way.
Yes,
But
yes.
Dave, why don't you show us what you got
So
here?
this bottle, as I've been in Texas a couple years, this is from Garrison Brothers, which is in the Hill Country, and this is their. It was aged 4 years in white oak, and then another year in additional barrel. So two barrels, 5 years. They call it Texas Candy, so it'll probably be a little sweeter.
Love it.
Texas Hill Country is beautiful, man. You ever been
And
out there?
I did monogram it with Bourbon of Proof, so you
See, I'm
can't give it
excited
away.
about this.
Once we
Look
leave.
at this. You see this, Morrow?
Yeah, see, that's a classy guy. This guy's a classy man. He monogrammed it, so now you can't give it away.
Well, we can drink it.
We can drink it.
We have a saying around us, David, is if it's open, we drink it.
Yeah.
We open a lot. I asked my dad yesterday, we were doing something, I said, how many bottles do you have? He said, I have 187 bottles in my house. I said, Dad, what are you keeping track? He's like, well, that's what's open. I just keep track of what's open, and then we got to drink it eventually. He's 187.
Your dad is a
Oh, look how dark this is.
man among boys. Now, I went to a party the other night, Bob. A friend of ours.
You don't say.
A friend of ours
Give me a little more.
got a big award over at Southwestern Law School. A guest on Bourbon of Proof, Arash Hamanpour. He got the Alumni of the Year award from Southwestern.
Cheers. This looks fantastic.
Cheers.
So Arash's friend had a little after party for him after the award ceremony. We went back to the house, and I walk in there. I was like, man.
Oh my God, this is 10 times
I
better
walked
than
in
what
there. I
just
was
had.
like, this is amazing.
For a fourth of the cost.
Arash's friend just had a whole wall of Weller shit. Pappy's, 23 years, just craziness. So I was like, oh man. And the guy's like, you want to try some? I said, yeah, can we try that? Can we try that 23? He's like, oh, no problem.
No way.
So nicest guy in the world, a guy named Fabian. God bless you, Fabian. Thanks for the bourbon. It was amazing. What a party. I stayed late. We drank that almost a whole bottle of 23. So,
I never got a call.
I have a funny Pappy 23 story. I actually almost
oh,
brought
this
that.
is so
but
much better than
so much
than
better,
him, Johnny Walker.
I almost brought Pappy 23, but my bottle's open, and according to TSA, I can't
do
travel
it.
with it. So, but
But here, I have a bottle or two of Pappy 23 in my house, and both are open. You have to drink it.
you have to. Yeah.
I think it's stupid not to.